The Buffalo Bills lose to the Cincinnati Bengals, and I think the question has to be asked, was this a choke? Was this a choke by Josh Allen? Definitely, we have to have the conversation, I think. So we're going to talk about, what went wrong and what went right. There were some positives in this game, but mostly negatives. We're going to talk about what went wrong with Josh Allen and the offense, and then we'll get into was this a choke and all that stuff towards the end. So let's start off with this play. I did think there was a bit of Bills beating themselves a little bit early on, and Bengals obviously making things difficult for Buffalo. Both things can be true. This play though, 3rd down and 4, so it's man coverage, and hey, in this situation, single safety deep, as it's going to be a cover 1 blitz for Cincinnati. What do? You look towards your star receiver, I would say superstar receiver, at least this season, Stephon Diggs, and what he's been able to do. He's winning one-on-ones consistently. You have a little bit of a pick play designed for Diggs on top of this, so this is completely designed to get Diggs the football. That's what you're trying to do here. Look at how right when this play begins, you're going to see that Diggs is going to get wide open. There was a little bit of contact on Allen. He couldn't make the throw exactly as comfortably as he would have liked, as pressure came very quickly. You have to wonder if that was a factor. Again, the blitz helped with that for sure. But you see here, Diggs is open, and this is something that you expect the Bills to hit on. Instead, this throws just a bit far, and that's definitely that was a missed opportunity early on for Buffalo, and something that was there on the table for them that they weren't quite able to convert on. Also, going over here, this was another example of what I'm not even going to talk about was the first 2 plays they ran the ball, which I don't know. Going run pass when you have Josh Allen always feels a bit weird. I get it. It's the weather situation that factors in, but it always feels tough when on a drive, Josh Allen only throws the ball 1 time. Like, you just don't want that to happen, really. But on this play, it's man coverage, which that's another thing that we talked about is Josh Allen really crushes zone coverage this season. The Bills crush zone coverage. When teams just sit back in the zone, they have no issue with that. But in man, it's been a little bit different. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in football this season when he is not blitzed, but 26th when he is blitzed. So he's not getting blitzed here, though, but it's man coverage. So again, still kind of similar. And again, if you can just cover for a little bit, the pass rush is getting there. Watch as when this play begins. I'm going to stop at 2.5 seconds into the play. Josh Allen is looking down the field, but he does not love what he sees, and that's where things get interesting. Because in a situation where he does like what he sees, this is a scenario where he's just making a quick throw, and you're able to pick up a 1st down here on a 3rd down and medium. But the coverage being able to be successful right away, well, that's where Cincinnati can definitely take advantage. Watch as you see the pressure does eventually come. Josh Allen tries to flip it out, ends up being ruled incomplete, so I guess helps you field position-wise a little bit. But the reality is that's a play that Cincinnati will take every single time. A really good play from Cincinnati to be able to make that stuff happen. Of course, you think about that drive and you say, you know what, maybe what would have helped is if we got more than one opportunity with Josh Allen with the football, and he definitely started hitting on some opportunities. Again, going over here, we saw Cincinnati play some zone, and definitely Buffalo was able to take advantage when they did. Something like this, just running a quick zone buster. You have basically receivers taking away every single Cincinnati player who could cover up that gap in coverage, and a receiver running into the gap in coverage. This is smart football, smart coaching by Buffalo and what they've done all year. Look at how when this play begins, you see Allen. What I love about this play, though, from Allen is look at how he kind of fakes as though he's looking towards his left. That's a really good job, I think, to, again, just make it easier on his players. Sell it as though he is not going to be eventually getting over towards his right, and just not let anyone know exactly what he's doing. So then he does look over towards his right. He finds his read. He's able to hit a wide open receiver, Khalil Shakir, on that play. So again, they definitely had those flashes, even when things weren't going well, of being able to get the ball down the field and to be able to make those types of plays. I thought that this one was, I thought it was a very good play by all of Buffalo, not just Josh Allen. Well, as in all of the Buffalo players, not literally all of the city of Buffalo. But you know what? Sure, all of the city of Buffalo played well on this play. Sure, why not? They were able to find some success with Allen's rushing ability, not just with scrambles, although scrambles were a part, but also just a designed run, like on a 3rd down and 2, this play would happen where they're going to have him run to the outside. Even this, though, it's a little bit clunky. Like, look, right when this play begins, you see him running, you're thinking, okay, this is going to work, but there is a Cincinnati player who has a chance here at Allen. Now, Allen does a good job. He's able to pick up the 1st down, but again, it's just a little bit clunky, right? Not quite getting what they want to get out of these types of plays, And for Cincinnati, that's their job, right? All you can do as a defense is make it hard on the offense. You can't guarantee that the offense is going to be stopped just because that's the way the NFL works now. But if you make things hard enough on an offense, they're not going to be able to consistently move the ball down the field, and that's what was happening. But then there were also stuff like this, which I got to be honest, I thought Allen looked off in this one. I thought he missed some throws that were available for the taking. Something like this, it's a one-on-one matchup with Gabe Davis on the outside. I mean, this is a situation that you hope you can hit on, and kind of you have to hit on, really, if you're Buffalo. But at the same time, this is a great opportunity to get right back into this game. I mean, if you can hit on this, there's a chance you can get a touchdown here and be down just 7 points here with still a whole quarter to go. However, as you see, Allen takes the snap. Gabe Davis wins immediately off the line. I mean, he immediately won. He is wide open. The safety is still currently, he's on the logo right now. He is nowhere near this play. This has to be really, this probably has to be a touchdown. This has to at least be a catch here on 3rd down and 2. And you just have to wonder, how much is the weather affecting this play? Because obviously it's snowing pretty hard. Typically this is a play Allen makes, but this throw was just, it's underthrown, which gave the defensive back a chance to come back and make the play. Sure, give him credit for coming back, but the reality is Gabe Davis was so open on that play. That's as open as you get in the NFL. But again, it is hard with the weather and all of that. But typically Allen is making accurate throws 60 yards down the field. This one, I mean, he wasn't even throwing it 40. I mean, it was about 40 yards down the field. He did kind of throw it a bit off his back foot, but he didn't have to. There was no pressure. So that's just a tough play for Buffalo as they're trying to get back in it. So again, going back to the choke of Josh Allen, the one, I think, reason why I would put an asterisk on it, you could call it a choke if you want to. I just don't know how much the weather played a role in this one. And again, Joe Burrow seemingly had no issue throwing into weather, so maybe it's not fair entirely. But, you know, Allen's game is so much his arm strength and those downfield passes that he just did not have the ability to hit in this game. There were some missed throws, and is it the weather that caused it, or did he just miss the throws? Because listen, it's not like Allen doesn't miss throws. His accuracy's good, but, you know, every quarterback misses throws. Maybe it was just him having an off day, but you have to think the weather at least played a role in it. And so that's kind of why I'm maybe not totally willing to call it a choke on him, but it's certainly a choke by the Bills. Not losing to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's great. Losing to them, there's no shame in that. But losing to them the way they did, they really weren't competitive in this one. That's why I would consider it a choke by them. But yeah, that's kind of what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.